guys, today we are going to make the rose. So you're going to take your ball of clay. Remember, it's already into a sphere, or hopefully it is. You want to make sure you got a little water on your hands. Here's your tray. Remember, you've got a sponge for your fingers. Just press, and that's all you need on your fingers to work. And then you're going to roll it into a ball. And then you're going to divide it. That's the first step, to divide this piece of clay. 2 pieces. Remember, we always roll it into a sphere. Okay, so I'm going to roll each of those pieces into a sphere. The first piece, I'm going to flatten it like a pancake. We've done this with Play-Doh. I'm just going to use the palm of my hand. Remember, it should be like a cookie. And I'm just going to press it down. So it's like about the size of a cookie. And I'm going to use my stick, and I'm going to use the pointy side, and I'm going to cut it in half. And this extra clay just goes in the slip box container right here. Just put it in there. We don't waste clay. Now I've got these 2 pieces. I'm going to use my water to kind of smooth them out. You'll remember, you always want smooth edges. Okay, so you want to make sure you don't put too much water. If it's shiny, you got to let it absorb into the clay. You want it to absorb into the clay. Okay, so you want to do all the edges. Anything that looks rough or has cracks, you want to make sure you smooth out. Okay, the next step is to add some texture, so you can use the toothpick and you can lay it down flat and just press a line into your clay. You're not using the point. Notice that I'm not using it straight up to cut the clay. I just kind of want to lay it down and press gently into my clay so that I can make some texture, some veins for my leaf. So I'm just going to start with that little line, and then I'm just going to add little press, just little indentations, just pressing gently. Okay, get those little clay pieces down, smoothed out. All right, now I've got my 2 leaves. I'm gonna attach these 2 leaves, again, using my scratch attach. So I've got my slip. I'm gonna scratch where I'm gonna attach. The bottom of this piece is gonna go on top of this piece right here. I'm gonna layer them, and then I'm just gonna squish them down so they make one big piece. All right, now it's time to make the flower petals. So for this, I'm gonna set the, actually, I can write my name on this now or later, but I'm gonna do it now while I can hold it in my hand. Write my initials. Okay, put this off to the side. Now it's time for my petals. So you're gonna take this clay and you're just gonna start dividing it into smaller pieces, like 4 first and then 8. Just like that. And then of course, you wanna roll them up into little spheres, just like this. And just keep rolling. You know, just roll. And they don't all have to be perfectly round or the same size, because remember, flowers are natural. They're found in nature, and they're not symmetrical, so nothing has to be exactly the same. Now, we're going to press them into little pancakes. Just move them to the side. Just give them a little squish. Just give them a little squish. Put them to the side. Squish, 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 and squish. Now, after they're all squished, we're gonna layer them, and we're gonna overlap them like this. Okay, so we're just gonna overlap them like this. Just put them on top, give them a little pinch so they stick together. Boop, there you go. Now you've got this long caterpillar, right? Now we're gonna take this whole thing and we're just gonna start rolling it up. Roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up, roll it up. And there is your flower petal. Now you can pick which side looks better to you. I like this side because it's a little more open. If you wanted yours to be kind of closed rose, then you can use the other side. But I'm going to use this side, and I'm even going to open up a few of my petals just a little bit to make it look more like a rose. See that? Boom. Okay, now I'm going to take the back side because nobody's going to see that part. I'm going to pinch it and stick all these petals together so they don't fall off. And then give it a little tap, give it a little scratch, get your leaf, give it a little scratch, and plop that rose right on top. Now, smoothing time. Just a little bit of water, and you can smooth those edges of the top of your rose and just smooth them out. Just give them a little smooth. Yeah, you don't want it to be sharp. You don't want it to have rough edges. So you just want to make sure you smooth it out, and there's your rose. Ta-da, so cute.